Okay. So what you are looking at here is Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa is live right now from his village. So his village is a few kilometers from Zvishavane. And Chiwenga has boycotted once again this event. And the reason is because Wicknell Chivayo is at this event. Machakaire is at this event. And all the other people that are considered Zvigananda are over here. And this event is being used to prepare for Chiwenga to be replaced and for Mnangagwa to go to 2030. So you can clearly see Wicknell Chivayo here. So at the back, you can see Wicknell Chivayo. You can also see Tungwarara. Tungwarara is sitting at the back. Here, let me find a clearer picture of Tungwarara. So Tungwarara is over here. You've got Machacha. You've got Opam Chinguri. You've got all the people that support ED 2030 are over here. And that is the reason why you see that Chiwenga has not arrived. Not only that, but a huge amount of the youth leaders have not arrived. So Zimbabwe has got 10 provinces and there are 10 youth leaders. However, only 5 youth leaders, the guys in green jackets there, only the 5 have arrived. Those are the youth leaders. If you see someone who's wearing that green jacket, that's the youth leader. They've arrived, but all the other youth leaders have not arrived. This is a big statement by Chiwenga, a massive statement against ED 2030. And let's continue to hear what Mnangagwa is saying. Okay, so you can see clearly that the session is over. So what happened is that Mnangagwa went out to open some flats. So if you go to Gambakwe.com, you are going to see that Mnangagwa has opened flats that were built by the public service pension fund. So he opened flats there where about 700 people will be living after it's constructed, it's fully constructed. It's currently not finished. So you can go and check it out. There is a lot of nice flats that are being built by the public service pension fund. Mnangagwa is traveling with his sons. So he's traveling with Kuda. He's traveling with Sean. He's traveling with Emerson Jr. and also his wife, Auxilia. And what is important about this whole thing is that they're in their rural home. They're in their village. So they're not in Zvishavane. So this Muzondiwa grounds is right next to Mnangagwa's home, Mafidi's home. And security is very tight. There are very few people here. So only a few people have arrived here. And Mnangagwa himself only arrived at around 3 p.m. And there's not a lot of people. So let me show you the crowd for those who have not been watching. It's a strange event because it's not a government function. However, there are government ministers. There are also MPs here. So the MPs that I saw was Sekruma Suka, obviously, was there. Jenfan was there. And a lot of other ministers and MPs appeared in the beginning, but they're not prominent on the stage. So that stage is only the people who are in the Vigananda faction. And as you can see, people are starting to walk out right now. And Mnangagwa is also talking. So let me just give you a bit of sound on that. Okay, so what's important to note is that there was reference to ED 2030 to say that Mnangagwa is going to go to 2030. And when speaking, Tinoma Chakaire rejected the idea which was advanced by Geza that he has seen the light and is moved to the side of Chiwenga. He says that is lies, and he called upon Mnangagwa to address people like Geza who talk in public and who abuse the freedom of speech. So Machakaire is speaking now. I'm going to put him back. Okay, so as you can see, Machakaire is announcing there is a number of prizes being given, but I was mentioning that the issue of ED 2030 has been addressed first by John Paradza and then by Tino Machakaire. What they are saying is that it's not Mnangagwa who is requested to go to 2030, but it is the people that are requesting that Mnangagwa should go to 2030. So 2030 is coming, and you're going to see a lot taking place. And for the first time, Jennifer is speaking. Let's see what he's saying here. Okay, so that's Auxilia Mnangagwa. Auxilia is giving the old ladies from the village Milino. She was not there, so they came in a helicopter, they landed, and then they jumped into the vehicles. So this family of Mnangagwa is extremely high security. So Sean is giving security to the parents. You can see him right behind the parents at all times. So if you look behind Mnangagwa and Auxilia, you're going to see that Sean is going to be on the extreme right, and then Kuda will be right at the middle with Emerson Jr. somewhere in between. So security is very tight, and they are not sure of what is going to happen. So you If you look, there is the dark guy there who is in dark glasses, and then you can see Wicknell right next to Mnangagwa. Wicknell is not even hiding. That is the chosen son of Mnangagwa. He's so happy to be in this function. And these are the kind of things that are making Chiwenga not come to these functions. Because Wicknell is not wanted in this government. The army has not arrived. You can see that there's no one from the military who is arrived. Normally they do arrive here, but they've not arrived. It's because Wicknell is playing such a prominent role, is paying for all these activities. It's very expensive to run such a function. And you can see the tents at the back there. If you look on the extreme right, you can see the tents. And these are people who have been bussed. These people have been bussed to this area from many, many provinces, but mostly from the youths and the women, young women for ED, Mapostori for ED. So those for ED groups, those are the people that are here. It's not normal members of ZANU-PF. And the fact that the majority of people have boycotted, I'm talking here of MPs, the majority of MPs didn't come here. The majority of youth leaders didn't come here. The majority of people that are supposed to be here, even ministers, they did not come. This is very significant. People are not sure about what is going to happen in ZANU-PF. They are scared. So people are scared because what is going to happen within the next few weeks is defining. So the ZANU-PF Annual National People's Conference is going to produce an outcome that should result in a change of power. But the Mnangagwa family is refusing to hand over. So people are not sure what is going to happen. So they're staying back. Everyone is trying to be away from the trouble. So let's see what is being said now. I'm just trying to listen. So I tried to remove the music because obviously for copyright issues, I have to switch off when there's music so that we don't have a whole problem here. But all I'm saying is this is an amazing day. You have seen Chiwenga boycotting. You've seen the majority of the ministers not coming. Only 5 out of the 10 provinces youths, that is the ones in green there, have arrived. They have tried to show all the committees. So let me show you all the committees of the youth that have arrived here so that you understand how many people have arrived. So the committees of the youth, it's all the youth committees. So here is all the youth committees that arrived. So these youth committees comprise mostly people from the Midlands, where Kuda is in charge. So Kuda is in charge in the Midlands. And as you can see that our channel or our stream is frozen. So I'm not going to stay longer. I think the point is made. Chiwenga is boycotted. The majority of the people have not come. And this has become one of those very difficult moments for the Mnangagwa family. You are going to see a lot coming out of this particular event. Munhumutapa last year was supposed to be held at the Great Zimbabwe. Chiwenga once again boycotted. And the people who were here included Wicknell. Wicknell played a prominent role. And there was a big accident where a helicopter crashed. So there was a helicopter crash. But you can also see that Tagwire is not here. So I also see Tagwire trying to avoid confronting Chiwenga. So they don't want Tagwire to be in front. So Wicknell is playing the front. And also Tungwarara. Tungwarara sitting at the back. You can clearly see Tungwarara at the back, even in this current picture, which you are looking at here. You can see Tungwarara standing right at the back. And as I was saying, security being provided by Sean right next to the father in almost every frame that you can see. You can see Sean Mnangagwa right next to the parents. They are trying to make sure that security is very tight around Mnangagwa. All right, I think we've covered everything. Mnangagwa is heading in the meadows and there's no music. So let me put back. Okay, there's still music. So I can't put this ZANU-PF music. But all you know is that it's Chiwenga singing. So don't worry, it's Chiwenga. You're not missing much. Okay, that's Jen Fan there. Okay, so guys, I'm not going to play this. You can go and watch it at ZPC. That is Jen Fan. And I think basically the events are over. We're going to continue to record what is going on. If anything happens, I'll let you guys know. But in short, what has happened is that Mnangagwa and his family have arrived. Mnangagwa and his sons and his wife have arrived. And then what has happened is that Chiwenga has boycotted. The people that are present include John Paradza, who played a prominent role, Chinoma Chakaire, and someone who is not spoken is the Minister of Defense, Opam Chinguri. You've got Wicknell Chivayo playing a prominent role, a big poem being read from Mnangagwa, his whole lineage. And then you saw only 5 of the youth leaders coming. And then there is obviously the big deal here is Mnangagwa is at his village. It's not at a particular city. He went to his home. So this celebration is taking place at his home. And last year, they went here, the helicopter crashed here in this particular field. That is where the helicopter crashed when they tried to go into the Great Zimbabwe. So it's more of a Chigananda meeting. The Chigananda have met and Geza was slammed left, right, and center. Everyone was coming saying, Pasina Geza, Pasine Mutuma. That is the slogan that was being held here. Let's see what Jennifer is saying. One moment. You see the 2030 thing there. So the portrait to the 2030. Okay, I think we've covered everything. If anything else happens, I'll come over here and show you a clip. But we've covered everything. Chiwenga boycotted. A majority of the ministers have boycotted. A majority of the MPs have boycotted. There are some many MPs from the opposition who are here. And these include, I think I saw Thokozani Kupe over there. It said, but let me show you some of the MPs that are here who are not ZANU PF, but there is only a few. Out of the 120, I believe that there is about 30 or so. So you can see, I think in green there, if I'm not mistaken, that is Thokozani Kupe, if I'm not mistaken, but I can withdraw if I'm wrong. So very few MPs here, and the majority of the people that are there are actually ZANU PF people. Okay, mostly lies, guys. Mostly lies. That's so true. Yeah. So what Jetfan here is saying is basically Mnangagwa arrived in Mozambique in 1978. He never fired a bullet, and then he went to China and Egypt. Okay, I think we're done. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again a little bit later. And please go and watch the update on Lungu. We've given an update on Lungu. You can go and check it out. Thank you very much, and a good evening to you all.